Morning, my dear students. Myself, Kausar Momin, 8th Standard, Subject Science, Chapter number 9, Disaster Management. We have studied the same chapter in your 6th Standard. 6th Standard, Chapter number 4 was there, Disaster Management. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about few things in details. And in 6th standard, we studied the same chapter about the definitions and all of disaster management and types of disaster management. All these concepts we studied. What is the meaning of management? To manage anything that will come in a management. Okay. Now, what is disaster? What is the meaning of disaster? So, very first question, you have to recall this question. What do you mean by disaster? Do you have any idea for the same? Okay. Disaster is a sudden event that causes large scale damage to life, property, and social aspects of a nation or society is called as disaster. It is a sudden event which causes large scale damage to life, property, social aspects of nation or society is called as disaster. Now, what are the types of disaster? Earthquake, flood, storm, forest fire. These are the types of disaster. You can imagine due to this, life gets in danger, life gets destroyed, property gets destroyed. So, lot of damage is going on over there through these conditions. So, this will come in a disaster. These are the types of disaster. Types of disasters: earthquake, flood, storm, forest fire, etc. are the types of disaster. Let's go ahead in detailed study of earthquake. So you can imagine what is going on over here. Can you tell what is going on in this picture? Some crack is there due to this road in this building. Some types of cracks are there. So this picture is of cracks to the building. Obviously we are not making these cracks. It is coming naturally. It is a part of earthquake. Sudden gets crack to the road, building, that comes in earthquake. So let's go ahead the detailed study about earthquake. Sudden vibrations on the earth and shaking of the earth's surface, or we can say ground, is called as earthquake. What is earthquake? Sudden vibrations on the earth, shaking of the earth, this is called as earthquake. These cause seismic waves leading to movements of Earth's surface like tremors, shaking, or it goes up, down. The earth is having vibrations, and due to earth is the roads, the buildings which are there present on the earth, they get shaking, and lot of cracks are coming over there. Definitely if the cracks in the building there, then we can say the building gets damaged and it will become fall down. The shocks waves from the interior of the earth spread on the surface in all direction. The central point of earthquake is the point above the epicenter on the earth's surface. Strong convulsions or waves at first reach to the epicenter. Therefore, major loss occurs near that area. So you can observe here focal point and epicenter of earthquake. Epicenter means creation of the vibrations. You can observe here are the vibrations are creating over there, and these vibrations are moving to the surrounding area. So whatever the Vibrations are creating from the point, that is focal point, and the waves which are flowing through overall ground, or we can say earth, the near ground surface area, that is the waves which are spreading, those are seismic waves. Okay, and wherever the waves are not reaching at a specific point, that is flat moment, little moment is there. And whatever the focal point is, that somewhere the from the point vibrations are starting creating over there, that is your epicenter. Okay, so shocks occur due to an earthquake can be mild or intensified. Intensified means acute, a small angle. On the earth, mild earthquakes occur in a larger number than the intensified or runners. Everyday earthquakes are noticed at some or the other places on the earth. According to the observation of National Earthquakes Information Center, every year nearly 12,400 to 14,000 earthquakes occur on the earth. You can reference these things in this site if you want to study in detailing about earthquake. But here we just know about the concept, about the definition of earthquake and the range, how many earthquakes are happening due to every year. Okay, that much is needed for this chapter for your standard. But if you want to go in detail, you can go this site. From this we notice that earth continuously vibrating. Here you can observe some kind of machine is there, which is name of this machine is seismometer. There are two types of seismometer. One is vertical seismometer and other one is horizontal seismometer. You can see the arrangement. This arrangement is in a vertical way, that is why this is vertical seismometer. This arrangement is horizontal, that is why it is horizontal seismometer. So this machine, or we can say it as instrument, this machine or instrument which records the earthquake is called seismograph or seismometer. This machine measures the earthquake, is called as seismograph or seismometer. Both are same word. And the accentuation, which is intensity, which is intensity, is measured in Richter scale. How we are measuring distance, centimeter, force in Newton. In that way, this intensity we can measure the Richter scale. This is one of the measuring unit. We have seen few concept in pollution chapter, the natural reasons behind air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, whatever the natural reasons behind them. All these natural reasons are going to continue over here also. All these concept we studied. Okay, so due to this, what effect is coming on earthquake? Due to all these reasons, and all these reasons are also for reasons of air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. All these reasons comes in that also. Okay, so these are the natural reasons behind air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. Due to that, what effect is happening on the earthquake? So all this concept is over there, so please read this table carefully. All these concept I discussed in last lecture in the chapter number 8. Okay, so let's go ahead with the precaution behind earthquake. So I hope you all have understood these two causes earthquake and effects of earthquake. We discussed this part in last lecture in reasons behind the pollution. Okay, just read it out. This is a part of your homework. You have to read and write these things. Okay, very easy. If you will read, you can understand. Now, next is precautions to be taken at the time of earthquake. Whenever the earth is going to shaken or some crack, you'll feel some crack is there. Then you have to be very careful with it, and what type of precaution you have to follow. All these points we are going to consider over here. First point is, if you are at home, then do not get scared, and instead of running here and there, stand still at one place. Either sit on the floor or below the bed or any other furniture and cover yourself until the moment of earth stops. If there is no table or any other shelter, then sit in any corner of the room and cover your head by folding your hands around. This way, you can observe. Whenever you feel like somewhere is shaken, at that time you have to follow this point number 1. Point number 2, if you are in the vehicle or outside the house, then park your vehicle at a safe place and sit inside it. Do not wait near or below tall buildings or electric pole, because there will be a chances to fall it down. Avoid doing following things during earthquake. Point number 1, avoid using lift in the multi-storied building. Instead, use staircase. If you feel something is shaken, then go by staircase. Do not use lift. Do not sit in discomfort for long. Do some physical movements. After the earthquake, there is a possibility of fire. Hence, to avoid it carefully, switch off the main electric supply. Do not use candles, lantern or matchbox. Instead, use torch or battery. These are the precautions to be taken while earthquake. Earthquake resistance or proof buildings. The constructions which do not get damaged due to earth movements up to certain limit are called earthquake resistance building. The constructions which do not get damaged due to the earth movement up to a certain limit, like whatever the construction is there, it will fall down due to like less power of cement, the construction things are not good. Due to that, if building gets damaged and if we are applying earthquake situation, then it will not considerable in the condition of resistant building. If during earthquake the building gets damaged, then we can say it as earthquake resistant buildings. To construct tall buildings, India's Standard Institute has made some code of conduct. Buildings are constructed as per IS 456, and earthquake resistance construction are performed as IS 1893. This is the criteria for earthquake resistance design of structure. And IS 13920, ductile detailing of reinforced concrete structures subjected to seismic forces. Advanced technology is used for earthquake resistant construction. You may have heard somewhere four floor building is there, and some builder will come over there and they will tell you that we will give you over here tower, and we will make it in the tower form. So the government is not going to allow you for the tower to making to tower, because during that some rules are not following with it, like some rules are not going under with the ground. So due to that, government is not allowing to get a tower building at specific places. If by mistakenly builders has done the same, then definitely due to earthquake it will fall down. and government will not consider the same. To get prior intimation about earthquake, modern equipments like laser ranging, very long baseline, Geiger counter, creep meter, strain meter, tide gauge, tilt meter, volumetric strain gauge, etc. are used. Let me show you all this. These are the instrument for the measurement. This is creep meter, strain meter, and so on. If you want to check for the remaining, you can search on Google. Next topic is fire. Do you have any idea for the same that fire is a natural or man-made? Both, we can say. It is natural as well as man-made calamity. So here we are going to discuss about types of fire. Very first is class A fire due to solid substances. Commonly flammable materials are their fuel source: wood, clothes, coal, paper, etc. These fire can be put out with water. Class B fire, which is liquid substances. Fires caused due to flammable liquid substances like example petrol, oil, varnish, solvents, cooking oil, paints. All these are the examples of fire in liquid substances. All these substances are higher than water. Therefore, fire extinguishers can be used to extinguish fire. Class C fire, which is gaseous substances. Fire caused due to acetylene household gas LPG. This is present in every house. Class D fire, which is about chemical substances. Fire caused due to combustible metals like potassium, sodium and calcium, which react with water at normal room temperature. If you take sodium, if it is reacting with the water, it will get fire with the normal temperature. Okay. Magnesium, aluminium, zinc react with water at high temperature. They should, if the temperature is very high, then all these getting react with the water. Magnesium, aluminium and zinc. When both these groups combine with water, it explodes. If these two group gets combined with the water, then it gets explodes. Class E fire, which is a part of electrical. A fire caused due to electrical components is class E fire. To extinguish such a fire, power is cut off, and non-conductive fire extinguishers like carbon dioxide are used for the same. So here are a few precautions and safety measures due to that. Develop the habit of switching off the gas regulator when not in use, especially during night. Switch off the electrical appliances when you are going out of the house. This is very important precaution. To make others alert and call them for help, shout loudly like fire, 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 that type of. You have to shout. If some fire is there in your house, you should not keep keep silently. You should call someone for help. Call fire brigade. Provide information how to use fire extinguishers. You should know about how to use fire extinguisher. Take the information for the same. Anytime it will help you. First aid is let the patient sit and sleep in a comfortable position and call the doctor immediately. If some person is going to attack in the fire, then you should have to handle the situation very calm. Likewise, you should say to patient sit or sleep at a comfortable position and call the doctor immediately. Here I stop my lecture. We will discuss in next lecture landslides, rift, collapse. Okay. So today's homework is, I told you this causes of earthquake and effects of earthquake. This table you have to write and learn. Afterwards, this diagram, which is very important, focal point and epicenter of earthquake. You have to draw this diagram. And next is cracks to the buildings. Cracks to the building. Anyways, whatever way you can draw, please draw this diagram. This is also a part of homework. And you have to write a definition for earthquake. Definition for disaster. Write down the definition for disaster. Types of disaster. These two answers also you have to write. This is also a part of your homework. Thank you.